Welcome to Boom's December update. I'm excited to share with you our progress towards the build of XB1, as well as to give you a peek from Japan Airlines into their perspective on our progress. Over the last month, we worked not just on building the airplane, but on improving how we go about manufacturing. We've implemented a system called 5S, which was developed in Japan and first implemented at Toyota. And 5S is all about optimizing the day-to-day work of a manufacturing team. So it allows you to do mundane things like make sure your tools are labeled well and in exactly the right place, so your technicians spend their time building the airplane, not looking for their tools. Additionally, it allows you to build safety into your manufacturing processes, so we can move quickly without being concerned that someone could get hurt. Now turning to the airplane itself, we made progress tip to tail. From the front of the airplane, the nose, landing gear bay, and cockpit assembly is now virtually complete. The next major step, which is happening over the next month, is to get that subassembly bonded into the forward fuselage skeds. So in just a couple weeks, we'll be receiving the tooling for doing that, and then that bond operation will happen before the end of the month. So of course, we're going to get some great footage of that we'll share with you in the January update. Moving further back, the systems bay bench assembly, which you saw under construction last month, is now complete, and that will be the next major subassembly to get bonded to the fuselage in the January timeframe. The main landing gear bay made a lot of progress on the systems that go in the landing gear bay, namely the landing gear itself. So the Oleo strut is now released for manufacturing, and we've also completed some risk reduction testing on other components of the landing gear, allowing those to move closer to manufacturing. And the aft end of the airplane, as you may know, the aft end is being designed by an outsourced partner team at Butler in Dallas. And the way Boom interacts with outsourced engineering, whether it's contractors that work on site here in Denver or off-site teams, is we treat them like they're part of the employee base. So I was there just a couple weeks ago, and we took the Butler team through the same employee orientation materials that we use with our employees here. So we tell the big Boom story, what we're doing with Overture, why XB1 matters, and how their piece of the project is critical to the overall success and our mission of making the world a smaller place. That team is now fully energized. We expect them to be releasing their first drawings later this week, which are the first of 140 drawings for the aft fuselage that will come out over the next 3.5 months for that component of structure. The wings also made significant progress. As you might recall from last month's update, we had some issues with the bonding the first time we bonded in the wing spars. We didn't get to the required bond temperature to get our full bond strength. And so we've switched up our tooling process, eliminated a big heat sink underneath the wing skins, gone to a different fixturing process that allows us more easily to get to the required bond temperature, and we've improved our instrumentation so that we can be 100% sure that we're getting to the required bond temperatures for the required wing strength. And we took this as an opportunity not just to fix the bonding processes in the wing, but really to go all the way to the root cause of that so that we can get stronger as an organization. And we learned some important lessons about how we do review for manufacturing processes, particularly when we're doing something that we haven't done before, or using a process that's outside of the normal experience base of the team that we have. Next, we've also made some changes to how we track our progress and set goals at the company. Historically, we used OKRs, which, as you probably know, is an objectives and key results framework that was developed initially at Intel and then popularized at Google. And OKRs are great for businesses that have relatively short development cycles, but we've always found here is they're a bit of an impedance mismatch for programs that last months, years, and in the future. We find ourselves asking questions like, what's the Q4 OKR for XB1 when we're really focused on rollout next year? And so we're switching to a different model called Mission Success Events, or MSEs. MSEs are used at Lockheed and other companies where programs have a much longer arc towards success. And they allow you to plan out that entire arc, starting with the highest level objectives, like getting XB1 rolled out, to flight, to first Mach flight, and then to finally maximum Mach. Or an Overture, signing an engine partner, locking down the aircraft configuration, having the supply chain finished, having the first manufacturing facility site selected, and so forth. And so just like OKRs, MSEs ladder from high level down to more nuanced views. And we are today rolling out MSEs for XB1 through first flight. And in 2020, we'll be totally over on MSEs as the going systems of the company. So now I'd like to turn it over to Yasushi Amori from Japan Airlines. Amori-san has been our key partner at Japan Airlines since 2016. He spearheaded the deal from their side and has spearheaded the ongoing relationship we have as we work together to make Overture a success. We have teams in Tokyo every few months working with Zhao, and they have teams here every few months working with us. And Omori-san visited the hangar recently, and we had a chance to sit down with him and hear his reflections on the progress he's seen and how it affects his confidence towards the ultimate success of Overture. This video clip you're about to see is an excerpt from a larger marketing package that will be released later this month called Meet XP1. Over to Omori-san.
So tell us about what you witnessed today with the build of XP1 and the Boom hangar.
Yeah, I think it was a very amazing experience today. I found that a lot of people were working here and a lot of parts are being assembled and very near to the accomplishment of the aircraft. So I'm sure that Boom will be successful.
We're excited about Supersonic being here in the hangar at Boom. What does this progress mean for Japan Airlines?
Yeah, we are the investor from the very first stage, and we strongly wished the successful result of the Boom, and we were reported that they are encountering with a lot of difficulties, especially regarding the overweight problem. But yes, Boom has successfully overcome the great difficulties with the leadership of Blake and also the strong teamwork. So yes, I'm sure that they are certainly coming near to the goal.
How do you believe Supersonic will change the future for Japan Airlines?
Oh yeah, I think Supersonic will make the world accessible to Japan. And I think, airline company has invested a huge amount of money to improve the products and services. So shortening the travel time is, a kind of, new value creation for Japan, for airline companies. For example, the flight time between Tokyo and San Francisco is currently 10 hours, but it's completely the same from 50 years ago. So making it half time, just 5 hours, is a great change. It will cause a great change to the airline industry. So we would like to support this ambitious but challenging try of the Boom. Yes, and to realize it, definitely realize it. That's our wish.
What does Supersonic mean for Japan Airlines passengers?
Yeah, I feel that recently passengers' preference is being diversified. For example, some passengers need very luxurious and good services, in-flight services, while on the other hand, some other passengers need a very quick travel, especially those passengers whose time value is very high. So I think the movement of realizing the Supersonic is responding to such kind of diversification of every passenger's needs.
Mm-hmm. How do Japan Airlines and Boom collaborate to design the future of air travel with Supersonic?
Yeah, both Japan Airlines and Boom, as a co-working program, both in Denver and Tokyo, we offered the chances to see the operation of Japan Airlines to the technical people from Boom. We Japan Airlines have a lot of knowledge and experience in the airline services. The combining the strengths of such kind of good services and operation will give a very good result and very good movement for offering very reliable and good services to the passengers.
Please join me in thanking Omori-san and Japan Airlines for their incredible partnership. It makes a huge difference to have an airline at our side from the earliest days of Overture design to help make sure that we're getting the aircraft that doesn't just deliver headline speed for passengers, but delivers operational reliability, flexibility, and a great experience tip to tail for the airline. Thank you, Zhao, and thank you, Omori-san. All right, well, I'm looking forward to seeing you in next month's update, where we'll have some footage of our first major subassembly bonding. Happy holidays, everybody.